On September 11, 2001, a series of devastating attacks took place. The terrorist group responsible was Al-Qaeda, led by Osama bin Laden. 19 terrorists hijacked 4 commercial planes. The flights involved were American Airlines Flight 11, United Airlines Flight 175, American Airlines Flight 77, and United Airlines Flight 93. The targets included the World Trade Center in New York City, the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia, and Flight 93 was aimed for either the White House or the US Capitol. On the morning of September 11th, the flights were hijacked between 8:14 a.m. and 9:28 a.m. The first impact occurred when Flight 11 struck the North Tower at 8:46 a.m. Shortly after, Flight 175 hit the South Tower at 9:03 a.m. At 9:37 a.m., Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon. Passengers on Flight 93 fought back, causing the plane to crash in Pennsylvania at 10:03 a.m. The South Tower collapsed at 9:59 a.m., followed by the North Tower at 10:28 a.m. The attacks resulted in the deaths of approximately 2,977 victims. Among them were many brave firefighters, police officers, and emergency personnel who died in the rescue efforts. The tragedy also had a global impact, with victims hailing from over 90 countries. In the immediate aftermath, massive rescue operations commenced. The US government raised the national security alert level. Major cities, including Washington, D.C., went into lockdown. Financial markets were also affected, with stock exchanges closing for several days. President George W. Bush addressed the nation, promising to bring the perpetrators to justice. The US launched a war on terror. In October 2001, the US invaded Afghanistan to oust the Taliban. The Security Council unanimously condemned the attacks. The establishment of the Department of Homeland Security in 2003 marked a significant shift in domestic policy. The USA PATRIOT Act was enacted to expand surveillance and law enforcement capabilities. The TSA was established to enhance airport security protocols. Heightened anxiety about terrorism influenced daily life. Nations worldwide condemned the attacks. Many countries offered assistance in the aftermath. Countries joined the US in military efforts in Afghanistan. Long-term effects. Ongoing military engagement. The United States remained in Afghanistan for 2 decades. Terrorism awareness, increased global focus on terrorism and its implications. Islamophobia, rise in discrimination and hate crimes against Muslim communities. Civil liberties debate. Ongoing discussions about privacy versus security. Commemoration. 9/11 Memorial. The National September 11 Memorial and Museum opened in 2011. Annual remembrance. Commemoration events held each year on September 11. Stories of resilience. Many narratives of survival and heroism emerged. Cultural impact. Media representation. Numerous films, documentaries, and books address 9/11. Artistic responses. Artists and musicians created works inspired by the events. Public discourse 9/11 shaped conversations about national identity and security. Conclusion. Lasting legacy. 9/11 fundamentally changed the United States and global landscape. Memory of victims. The attacks remain a poignant reminder of loss and resilience. Continuous vigilance. Nations remain alert to the threat of terrorism. This timeline provides a comprehensive overview of the significant aspects of 9/11, its immediate aftermath, and its long-lasting implications.